Alright guys, I put a video and then I stopped and changed up what I'm doing. Thinking about doing something. Of course we know the factory look of the Voyager. Some of you know I've definitely changed up my look. What's up, dude? That's Bugs. Bugs just showed up. For some unknown reason, we're like the show up for dogs place. Anyway, got two things that I'm thinking about doing. Number one is bag lights. Alright, this is going to be an educational video for any of you that ever looked at my bike and thought those were cool lights for the bags. So, these are the lights that I'm actually using on my bags right now on that blue and black. So, these are, whatever that says, N8WDY maybe or something. I don't know. Anyway, made in China, of course. I'm going to give you this sticker number. It might help you. So that's kind of, hopefully it's not too blurry, right? Pause it and get a look at it. Alright, so those are those lights that are on my bike right now. They are $15 per light. So for each side, a single unit, $15. $15. That'll get your bags done. The good thing with these lights, a feature that I don't use, is they flow. The turn signals are amber flowing. If you're into that, then these might work. Getting the flow rate correct, I've never attempted it, so I can't tell you if it would flow correctly. I've read reviews on it that it only went like halfway through and then it started over. I don't know, because I don't use it. These have a couple of brake light options. They flash. They'll do a solid brake light, or they'll continuously flash when the brake light's pulled. My bike, they're set up to flash, and they're not set up at present for any turn signal at all. So, this other set over here that I'm thinking about using, they're a little bit different. These do not have the flowing turn signals. Okay, this is, I think they flash amber, maybe just on the two ends, possibly, for turn signal, but no flow or anything. But the only things that I'm going to really use these lights for are a running light and a brake light. So, and I might throw in a turn signal, because the way that I'm going to wire them with a run turn, brake modulator, these will work just fine. So the good news with these is you get two of these for $10. 2 for 10. I think that's right. I think it's 2 for 10. So that's that sticker for the cheaper ones. Alright, so now that we went through that, you understand about the bag lights and everything. Let's close this. Hate this rack. Hate it. If I were to keep this bike, this rack would be gone. Every time I close it, my arm's doing this number right here. I don't like it. I mean, it's a very functional rack. It waves in there, so you can really put some stuff in there, but I'm not a fan of it myself, because I'm not a functionality guy most of the time. I'm a let's make it look good kind of guy. All right, so we got the bag light thing figured out. You want to be on the camera? Yeah. So we got that figured out. Don't jump on me. I'm acting right now, okay? This is serious stuff. All right, so all right, sit down. So we got that figured out, and what they would do is they just go right here. They're like 8 inches in length. So you'd have a constant running light and a brake light. It's great for visibility. That blue and black's great. All right, the other thing I've got is I've got this replaced. This is not on my bike. Now you got two options here that could work if you're just looking for more lighting. Number one, this is an can I talk? Number one, this is an 1156 socket in this light. Okay, that's an 1156 socket, which houses an 1156 bulb. What that means is that bulb is a single filament. It does one thing. And the one thing is, it's a turn signal bulb. If you're looking to go the cheap route, it still requires some work. But what you could do is you could take this 1156 socket out of here. You could throw in an 1157 socket. You'll have to run an extra wire, but it's doable. And you could then have the running light and the brake light and a turn signal if you'll get a modulator. And let me tell you something about modulators. Used to be Kuryakyn made them, a run turn signal module. Custom Dynamics, they make one. Let me tell you a little secret that somebody shared with me. Never really thought about it. Trailer module for your truck or your car. Kurt, or there's another name. I can't even think of the other company now, but I just ordered one from O'Reilly's. It'll come to me later. But, well, I'll just use Kurt as an example. You could get one of those modules probably for 20 bucks. Possibly, maybe less than that. And it will turn your signal and brake into one. So what that would mean is, if you were just doing brakes, both would light up. But if you had one, say you were going this direction and you want a turn signal, you would still have a brake over here, but this would flash. So it's just a module. It's a big savings when you do it that way instead of the motorcycle way. Because, hey, probably the same thing, okay? All right, so let's talk. If we change this, which is probably what I'll do, okay, if we did, this is what's on my bike, okay? These are discontinued. I think I got 4 more of these. I bought a dozen of them at one point. And I'm going to be honest, I gave like $12 a piece for them. I bought in bulk, and I got a deal. It was the end of the year, and they just wanted to get rid of stock for new old stock. So this is a Kuryakyn 5406. They also come in black. I doubt you'd ever find the black, but that is the 5407. Okay, now let's be clear. You do not get the license plate holder with this kit. Okay, and that license plate holder is kind of expensive. It's about $100 by itself just for the license plate. I've got something coming that was a little bit cheaper. Not sure it's going to exactly fit, but if it does, we're probably going to throw this light bar on. Probably. But this is what's on my bike. And they come with halogen bulbs. I think I've changed mine to LEDs on that blue and black bike, so they're LED now. But that's that. If you can find it cheap somewhere, then it's probably a good buy. Cheapest I've seen is like $100, which still, it's not the worst, but you know, $12 is a lot better than $100. Okay, so here's some of the LED stuff that I don't use anymore. A lot of you might know that once upon a time I got these stars. They made a star pattern, TMDRI or something, and they were making star patterns. Well, those ain't star patterns. Nope, these ain't the ones that made a star pattern. I wonder where the ones are that made the star pattern. Not sure. But anyway, I'm not going to go through parts numbers on that or anything. What you get with these kits is you get a lot of stuff, actually. You get covers, lenses, kind of smoked, and I don't think they would fit factory. You might be able to make them fit, but our factory, of course, has got a screw in the bottom, so these, I don't think they would even be long enough to put the screw. You could probably attach something to it and screw it, or just try it just to push them in. I've never actually tried. Okay, so that's that. I don't know why I showed y'all that, but anyway, that is, you could buy these kits for like 20 bucks, I think. 20 or 30. Now, where was I going with this whole discussion? I think what we're just going to talk about is the options for the rear tail light. I think I'm going to do this with this bike if I've got time. I'm not going to lie, I've got some time. So it's not about time, it's just about the aggravation of actually doing it. So this is what the light looks like. And the reason I like it is that little, something about that right there, that crease, that little gap where the light comes through. I don't know why I like that so much, but I do like that. Do like that. Right there, so this one's still taped up. I think I've got a couple of them put on. But I'm not going to open it. But the way that this would work, man, this is a boring video, isn't it? The way that I've got mine mounted is I'm using this right here, this mounting hole, and I've drilled into my fender on the other bike, and it's mounted that way. And these two holes here, that and over here there's another one. That's actually where that bracket goes for your license plate. So that's kind of how it works. What are you doing? So what's that? If I start to do this, I will try to video as much of it as I can. But I do, if I were to keep this bike, there's no doubt I've become very attached to the amount of lights that I got on the rear of my bike. I feel pretty confident at night with what I've got. This, it's just not that much. And, you know, when you got a bag light here and you've got a bag light over here and you've got two lights here, yeah, it adds a lot. Okay, so I'm going to stop. This was just I just thought I'd throw that out, mostly to get part numbers kind of out there. But the bike, I do have one person that's expressed some interest. They've talked about coming this weekend to actually look at it, and I don't know if I want them to come yet. Not sure I want them to come yet. I'm kind of growing attached to the bike a little bit, but I don't need this bike. Just don't need it. But you can tell, put those chrome covers on there. The pipes, if I were to keep it, I've already bought an air kit. The reason I don't want to put an air kit on, and the reason I don't want to change the pipes, is because I'd be into it more than I'd want to be if I did sell it. Because I'd have to get it flashed. But I've got a killer air kit that would look awesome on this bike, a chrome one. Matter of fact, let me stop this video. I'm going to get another video and might put them together.